aficionado, if you're someone that loves to do computer gaming, this is the machine for you. It is primarily designed for gamers in mind. It can also do all the things that you're looking for in terms of great laptop computing. It comes complete with the latest, greatest operating system from Microsoft. That's Windows 11. And then, of course, you've got a really fantastic Black Friday sale price. Now, ordinarily, this would be $1,099.99. Today, we are a cool $100 less. And you're going to love the fact that if purchased separately, it's an even bigger value, knowing that you would pay over $1,255 at retail. We are $1,099, and these are ready to ship, ready to roll, ready to go. And what comes with this? You're going to get your mouse, which is obviously an important tool to have, particularly if you're gaming. And you've got your cables, your charging cable, and over-the-ear headphones. Now, these could be particularly important if you are playing a fun game that is a little loud and there are other people in the house. This might be an important thing for you to consider. Don't miss out on this, because what we're talking about is a 17-inch screen, 8 gigs of random access memory, 512 gigabyte solid state drive, and then of course it comes loaded with Windows 11. We're excited to be able to offer this to you, and here to talk to us more about the brand and about the gaming experience and all the other goodies is Craig Smith, one of our electronic experts. And Craig, it's good to have you with us live on Q2 on this Friday.
It is awesome to be here on a Friday afternoon, David. Great to see you as always. And yes, you talked about this brand. These are big players right here. Asus, if you're unfamiliar with them, they've been in the tech business for over 30 years. They really got started making motherboards, so kind of making the boards for other computer manufacturers, and they are a premier brand when we talk about gaming computers. Yes, they make the regular everyday laptop that you can use on a regular basis, but when it steps into the gaming world, we're going to include talk about the processor with this computer, the 8 gigabytes of RAM on this computer, and then all those extras, like the gaming headphones that you talked about with the built-in adjustable microphone on here and the reinforced gaming mouse. When you think of gaming computers can be used for everyday use. You can answer your email, you can do your regular work if you want to, but it really has the turbo power inside to handle all the graphics that go into some of those high-intense games. So it's like stepping into a Ferrari race car in your world of computing when you're talking about gaming computers. The speed and the performance, David, it's just going to blow you away.
Well, so many people are going to be excited about 18-month special financing with Q-Card, which is another great way to make this purchase so affordable, because what we're going to do is we're going to ship this at the Black Friday sale price immediately. We'll approve that purchase price on your Q-Card. Then we'll split it up over 18 months, a year and a half. You'll just do 2 things for me. You'll make each of your monthly minimum payments on time, pay out the entire amount within the 18-month period, and you're charged 0 interest on this purchase, making it same as cash. Backlit keyboard, this is the ultimate when it comes to a great gaming computer. And we've got a little feature tape here, Craig. I'd love for you to narrate, because I know for people who are tuning in and wanting to learn more about the machine, this is a great way to do it soup to nuts.
Sure, and this is the TUF series gaming computer from Asus, so we're going to dive into what that's all about. The big power is the processor and the graphics card working together, both with super quick speed, also a larger battery inside, military-grade durability, and we're going to unpack that throughout the course of this hour. So you can actually tap on these keys up to 20 million times. Dual self-cleaning fans inside of the computer, optimize airflow as well. So it's not just the power and performance inside, it's everything with the design of the computer as well, David. So it's going to run more efficiently. It's going to last longer for you as well with all those great features. I love the keyboard. We're going to dive into this. The gaming keys are really highlighted there with the W, the A, and the W, S, and D keys. Those are the primary keys used for a lot of different games that people play, and they're reinforced as well. So it's a tough, well-built computer designed for the most intense gaming experience that you want to have. And then when you look at that beautiful 17-inch screen, you can see the way graphics just fly and zip along here and how crisp and clear everything looks. There's a great look at that keyboard, and it's a backlit keyboard. We're going to show you some really funky, fun colors with the backlit keyboard as well, so you can customize this for the way you want to use your computer and really dive in and have a blast with it, Dave.
Well, there are so many people that are looking at something like this and they're saying, well, you know what? I need it to be fast. I need it to be powerful. I needed it to be able to create that gaming experience that makes gaming so much fun, and Asus thought of all of that. Now, I'd love it if you could take us on a tour of the machine, because I think for a lot of people who are looking at this seriously, they need to know all the bells and whistles.
Sure, and it starts with that beautiful screen that we talked about. I have a second camera set up here so you can get even a closer look at this computer. You can see it right here. Here's that top series computer. You start with that beautiful 17.3-inch screen. There is a webcam built into the bezel, David, so if you are using this maybe for work and you have to do those Zoom calls or those Skype calls, you have the capability to do that. You can see the full-size keyboard, and this is a military-grade toughness graded laptop computer. So what does that actually mean? This computer has been tested to deal with drops, to deal with excess humidity, to deal with extreme temperatures, also to deal with vibration as well. So it's a very sturdy, well-made computer that's designed for all of the challenges that present when you're intense gaming. So if you're banging this computer around, it's designed to be up and ready to go. And another neat feature as we take a tour around the computer that I want to show off is when you're in gaming, you really want to be able to personalize your look and feel. As you take a look at the keyboard right here, you have the ability, David, to customize the backlit look on your computer. I can change the color of the backlit, and I can also change the look and feel. I mean, if you want to get really intense, feels like you're at a rave party here. I can put this into a strobe light look with the backlit keyboard. You see how they're all flashing there? I could even make it go into what's called color cycle mode, where it will rotate through a variety of colors. And if you're noticing 4 keys that really stand out, the W, the A, the S, and the D, these are keys that are used, the primary keys that are used in the vast majority of games that are out there. So these are actually reinforced keys, and they actually made them clear as opposed to black across the board, so they stand out there for the gamers. So people that are really into all those cool games, the racing games, the Roblox, and all the other great stuff that's out there, this is going to make a difference because it's going to be easier to find those keys on the keyboard. And the keyboard itself is built to withstand 20 million hits across every single one of these keys. So it's built in with that durability. As far as the traditional hookups that you have on this computer, you can see we have our connection ports all across the side with HDMI ports. We also have Ethernet ports to plug in, your USB ports. All of those connections are on the side. But the big wow is all those little extra gaming things that are built in that really are going to enhance the durability of the computer and also the speed and the performance of the computer as well.
Well, let's take a closer look at those ports, Craig. We've got the beauty of time in the shower to be able to really explore deep into what we're looking at. So let's take a look at the ports and talk about them.
Yeah, great shot there, David. So it starts on the far left. That's your Ethernet port. So if you do want to hardwire to the internet, you have the capability to do that. Especially when you're gaming, I highly recommend that because the video action in games, you want to make sure you have the most secure connection possible. If you do want to use this computer wirelessly, you absolutely can. Mine is hooked up in front of me here with a Wi-Fi connection in my home. Next to that, you have the HDMI port that allows you to plug this into an external monitor, or if you're doing some really serious gaming, you want to plug it into your big screen TV, you have the capability to do that as well. Next up are 2 USB ports, so plug in your regular thumb drives or other connections right there. And next to that is what's called a USB-C port. What I love about this is the USBs to the left are what is mostly being used today and with older technology. The newer technology coming out is using that universal USB-C port. So this is also a computer that's future ready as well. And next to that, you have your headphone jack. And we talked about how we include the top gaming headset. That's where you'll plug that directly in there. Of course, this computer does have Bluetooth as well. If you just want to be able to do a WebEx or something like that, where you don't want to have these larger, more intense headphones on, you just want to use your Bluetooth earbuds, you can hook those up to it as well. So all the connection ports you need for older technology and for the latest stuff as well.
Now, Craig, we're talking a lot about gaming, but if folks are looking at this computer and also want to use it for its functionality, being able to hop online and to do email and do all the things that we ordinarily love a computer to do, it can do all those things as well, correct?
Yeah, I like to make the comparison, David. This is kind of like you were to get a race car and use a race car for your everyday driving. It can absolutely do all of that stuff. So when you want to surf the web, if you have to do a Zoom or a WebEx call, you can download the Windows suite as well. If you want to use Microsoft Office and you want to use Word and all those other great programs, you have the capability to use this like a regular everyday computer. The difference is when it comes to that speed, power, and performance. Because if you look at the graphic content that goes in to some of these really high intense games, that's where you're going to have some of that really fast action that's flipping across your screen, things that are really flying and zipping along. And that's where you want to be able to have all that extended performance. And that's what this computer has. That's why we talked about the processors, the AMD Ryzen 5 processor. It's a 6-core processor on this computer. Most laptops that we bring into QVC, David, we talk about maybe a dual core processor or a quad core. This is 6 cores operating at the same time. And the graphics card built in here as well is built by NVIDIA, and it's one of their largest capacity graphics cards as well. And this, what I'm looking at right here, is kind of showing all the performance that this computer is going through right now. So you can actually see in live time, hey, how's my processor working? What's the temperature inside of the computer? So it's designed to do all those awesome things. But for regular everyday use, yes, absolutely, you can use this computer for all those things too.
Want to remind everyone, price will expire end of day on Monday on this Black Friday sale price. And again, we've got Q Card 18-month special financing on this. You also got 5 easy payments on any credit card that we accept at QVC. And these are an in-stock computer option for you. So if you are shopping for computers around and about, and you're being told, well, it can be weeks and months before we can make delivery because of everything that's going on and the slowdown in getting parts, et cetera, et cetera. This is all happening now. So it's a great opportunity for you to order a great computer that is super for gaming, great for everyday use, great for the school student. We've got a lot of college students who will be headed off to their freshman year in college here probably in another 3 weeks or so. This is an opportunity for you to really enjoy a great machine. The 17-inch size, that wonderful high-resolution screen, and the built-in webcam, Craig, is also something very important, right?
Yeah, so that's built in, so you can do all those Zooms, all those Skypes. Another really neat thing about the screen, too, David, is when we talk about televisions that we bring here to QVC, we talk about the refresh rate on the screen, and that means the number of seconds, or rather the number of images that are crammed into 1 second of video. So the really high-end TVs that we bring into QVC, they have a refresh rate of what's called 120 hertz. So it's 120 images per 1 second that you're watching, and that makes things look very smooth. This monitor is faster than that. This monitor has a refresh rate of 144 hertz. So it's 144 images. The reason that's important, and I'm actually in the game store right now, showing you some of the games you can download and dive in here. These games that are available today are super fast moving. And one of the biggest complaints about from gamers is I get that jittery experience on my screen. My frames just seem to lock up every now and again when there's fast action on the screen. A big reason for that is you may be playing with a monitor that can't keep up with the games that you're playing today. This is one of the faster screens that you're going to find in a gaming computer. So it's designed to perform not just for when you're watching YouTube videos or streaming Netflix. The most intense games that you love to play are going to look absolutely gorgeous on this screen as well.
Well, we should also point out the value that we put together on this is pretty extraordinary. When you begin to understand what you might pay at retail for a comparative retail price where it's sold separately, you'd be looking at $1,256.33. Look at our Black Friday sale price and you can see right away just how much money you're saving. You're also going to enjoy 5 easy payments on your credit card, and we have 18-month special financing. So all of that works out really beautifully for you to be able to make this purchase and make it affordable and receive the computer immediately, but then have either the 5 months to pay it off if you use regular Easy Pay, or the 18 months if you're using Q Card special financing. Also important to know that this is a machine that is truly future-proof, giving you all of the bells and whistles you need going forward. One thing that we get particularly excited about is Windows 11, Craig, bringing you closer to the things that you love and that you're using more often. This is the latest, greatest operating system from Microsoft.
It is, and one of the things I really like about Windows 11, David, it's only been out for a handful of months now, is the way it makes it easier for you to do more things at once. We got this great video to kind of show it to you. And one of the neat things is that, first of all, from a beauty standpoint, from an aesthetic standpoint, the screen looks totally different. So it's been redesigned. Your menu is centered in the center of the screen as opposed to being kicked off to the left-hand side. When you press that start button, you get easier access to all of your apps. Also, you get easier access to tracking down and finding people that are in your connections. So if you wanted to send, let's say, a text message to somebody or an email, You don't have to open up two different programs. You actually search for the person as opposed to searching for how you want to reach out to them. This snap feature here is really cool. I'm going to give you a live demonstration of that.